Oh, yeah. Y'all already know what it is. Like, hey, 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 we lie, we lie, we lie. Good morning, good day, because you know it's a day and it's weekend. So it's time to go and greet good morning, good day. Let's chat about the cool things today. Hey, come on, everybody. Y'all already know what it is. It's your favorite blurred click, ready to talk blurred shit. And today for the lead, we got a whole lot going on. Of course, if you've been watching, you'll know that The Boys is currently live on the last season, supposedly. And yes, it has already been a little bit of an emotional roller coaster. So we're going to definitely get into The Boys and chat on what has been happening in this live world, especially with those we still got around us and those that may no longer be around us anymore. What's happening? It's your boy, the real Vince Taylor, and we also going to chat on this, most recent episode of Invincible, because we know them Graysons is crazy. And no matter how many times they keep trying to take out all these Viltrumites, they just keep on coming back, don't they? That's just how they do. That's just what happens in the Viltrumite universe. So let's go ahead and chat on that. In addition to that, we do have Mr. Hell's Kitchen, who's been doing his thing as well. And so we definitely have to chat on what's been going on with Matt Murdock, Foggy, and the crew. Oh, my bad, Foggy. Well, if you've been watching, you might notice that he's been kind of showing up a little bit. But in addition to him showing up, of course, it's the boy, Mr. Cole North. Oh, yes, who is going to be talking with us here again pretty soon. So fret not, my friends, fret not. We'll be chatting on that. And a couple quick announcements. As you are liking and subscribing everything out there, we will be talking with your boy Elgin this upcoming week, y'all. Yeah, in fact, I think that's set for this upcoming Monday or Tuesday. Might even be a live stream. Oh, this ain't even up to date. Let me hold on. I did that wrong. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, let's get it right at least. You know what I'm saying? If we go and promote the board, then go ahead and have them on. So let's go ahead and chat. Like I said, man, we got Daredevil to chat, we got Invincible to chat, we got the boys to chat, and maybe even a couple of premonitions, so to speak. So let's go ahead and get into it. It's your boy, the real Vince Taylor. Let's chat. New Blurred Order.
Listen up. New Blurred. Hold on. Can I do that again? Hey, check out New Blurred Order. They're a whole vibe. It's the newest thing on the. Sorry, let me try that again. I'm so sorry. Hey, shout out to New Blurred Order. They're a whole vibe. The funniest people, the friendliest people, and also the nerdiest people you ever see. And they're black. Check them out.
Right, like I said, guys, you already know this is the quote-unquote final season of The Boys, and they appear to be looking to go out with a bang. So let's chat on that first and foremost as our justice lead for the morning, and then we'll get into a couple other things. If I'm being honest, there's a lot to discuss, many things that we probably won't even get a chance to chat about on this here segment today, but oh, what's going on? My man's here. What's going on? Oh, Ty Breezy. What's happening, man?
Man, what's cracking, brother? What's cracking?
Ain't much, man. Ain't much. Well, yeah, you probably caught up on everything too, I'm sure. So we may want to go ahead and get right on into it. But before we do, there's a couple crazy things going on out there. As you all know, well, hopefully if you didn't know, we have been going over and reviewing the Darth Maul show on Mondays, which does premiere on Mondays. And if you're a fan of Darth Maul, I say tune on in, as that is something that we do enjoy. We actually even have some folks that have been commenting about Star Wars in a more interesting way. In fact, I'm curious if you could speak to some of the folks that have passed away in the Star Wars universe over the years. What would you say to them in their funeral? What would you say? Well, this young lady had some ideas. Listen to this.
Better than that. Oh, Pat, man, you look so good, girl. They dressed you up. I mean, you was always dressed, but you know who you don't want to see? Your baby daddy. He look crazy now. Mace, who get your purple lightsaber? Because they don't got. Oh, why can't I ask that? I want to understand how you were so smart and had all these gifts, but you couldn't tell that Papoose was literally a scammer. Condolences. Condolences. Now, who did not listen? I said put him in an actual size coffin. Y'all got him in a Nike box? You will never guess who ended up killing Darth Vader. It was crazy. Is there a reason you just stopped caring about skincare after you got up under there? I mean, because, yeah, you got burned, but, like, why did you look like Elmer's glue? You know what? Never mind. So when you visit me as a ghost, I'm going to need you to tell me how Anakin was actually conceived. Because the girls are asking. I'm not one to gossip on Tatooine, but they saying it was not through Vader. You know your mama raised you better than that. Oh, Padme, you look so good,
Yeah,
girl.
so
They
this was
dress you.
just a quick rendition of. I thought it was kind of funny. You know what I mean? Basically, going through each of the funerals of the folks that have passed, which is an awful lot of folks, and amongst those people is, of course, Maul. Maul wasn't included in this little rendition, which is a shame. But I do think it's cool that Maul does have his show. If you are interested in the Maul show and you've been watching it, I'd say tune in on Mondays where we typically are able to kind of wrap it up a little bit and talk about those dual wielding lightsabers and the Force versus the Sith and the Jedi versus, it's a whole crazy nonsense. But that's for Monday. For today, let's start off with the boys, because the boys is crazy and we didn't have a chance to really chat on it since it premiered. We chatted on it a little bit last week after my internet decided to finally start working. But for this week, I figured we could delve a little bit deeper into it, especially because, like I said, it is the last season, according to them, which I don't know. For some reason, I tend not to believe that it's the last season. I'm in denial for some reason, Ty. I feel like we being, like, you know how it's like, it's the final season, but I feel like they're going to flip it in a manner that makes it so that it leads right into a spinoff of sorts. So it's not going to be the last time we see these characters. There's no way in the world they're about to kill all these characters off and just walk off into the sunset. I don't mean kill them off as in like make them die, but I mean just not give us more series or more shows that have them. I mean, clearly Gen V is still a thing. And so I don't know. You are you buying this last season thing? I don't know. It feels weird.
I kind of think you're on to something. I think that I think this is definitely the last season of The Boys, but Gen V is still a thing. And I think that ultimately, based off the Gen V storyline, it appears that, old girl might be the only one that can kill Homeland. You know what I'm saying? So, and especially with them playing with this new concept of immortality, that they're, like that they're playing with. So I kind of feel like, Homelander will ultimately get the V that will cause him to be immortal, so to speak. And then in Gen V, we'll find out that secrets hide in the blood, and once old girl taps into your blood count, doesn't matter what you don't put in there, because remember she can separate things from your blood.
Right.
Yeah, she's done that. She's actually done that. So yeah, man. I think you're right that the storyline will not stop with the ending of this Boys season, but I do definitely think that this is the final season for sure.
Okay, final season, fine. Maybe final season of The Boys, but it's kind of like everything else that is in the whole geek culture-ish, where it's like, all right, well, yeah, that might end off, but we're just gonna get another version of it. Yeah, the Clone Wars ends, but the Rebels now starts. Yeah, the Avengers is over, but now you enter the Spider-Verse. But in this sense, I feel like it's going to be the same culture. I think we're just going to get who knows, maybe we'll get a prequel for A-Train or something. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we'll get some sort of a different story that ties in the whole Gen V aspect of it. By the way, the whole A-Train thing, I think we could talk about it now. Man, hot bull. The ball went out. the bow went out with a. I mean, all right. Okay, first of all, spoilers, obviously. If you haven't been watching, hold on, there's my man in this bit too. If you have not been watching, then maybe avert your eyes. But we're gonna go ahead and get into what's been going on with the boys. And one of the things that has obviously occurred is the fact that my man is no longer with us. Mr. A Train himself has found himself on the other end of the light at the end of the tunnel. And now we can talk about it, including with the homie Ant. What's going on, Ant?
What's going on?
Ain't much, man. Yo, it's a lot about to happen. Maybe we should delve into that first. But yeah, we did start talking about the boys. I don't think you had time to watch the boys.
I did not, man. But I got other things I kept up with.
Like Invincible. You watched Invincible?
Oh, yes. I could not put Invincible down. We could get into that, but I'll let you finish your boys.
Well, I just was going to go ahead and give our man, his give him his just due. He's no longer with us. Unfortunately, he passed, and he had a few things to say about it on the way out. Kind of sucks because, I had told Ty that I thought that this dude was going to have like a redemption arc type of ordeal, and I think that did end up happening. So I will go ahead and toot my own horn on that regard. But other than that, it just sucks to see him go because he finally looked like he was about to have a role that was a little bit more admirable. But I digress. I tell you what, let's do this just for the sake of collaborating on ideal things. Let's go ahead and skip right into. We'll come back to the talk about the boys in a little bit, if that's okay, crowd. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. There will be more. Yes, what I say. I know what I say, man. There's no way in the world is going to be just the end. Maybe the boys won't be what we see, Markeisha, but I'm almost certain that we will see all of these characters in different forms, in different roles, and all of that. Yeah, R.I.P. to the homie. Yeah. Oh, well, look at this. Hey, you like that shirt, huh? Look at the homie with the shirt. Go ahead, bro. What are you rocking right there? What is it? Go home, Elgin.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That shirt is so hard, man. You made that? Where you bought? They sent that to you?
No. This one I made this one.
Oh,
shit! Getting ready to get myself into the mindset for season 4.
Oh yeah, I already know. And season 4, from what I understand, is about to be a whole doozy. We might even get a tiny bit, not a whole bit, but a tiny bit into that. But let's go ahead.
Hold on, Vince. And so can your viewers purchase that store at the merch store? I mean, purchase that shirt at the merch store. I'm just wondering. I mean, you out here showing off a new piece of merch right here on New Blurred Order. I mean, I'm just wondering if I too wanted to be like, man, is there a place I can purchase this shirt, man?
Yeah, absolutely. I do have this shirt up for sale up in my store. Tell you what, I'm gonna put a link to it if you guys are interested. I just really made it for me, but I did throw it up there in case anybody wanted it. I'll put the link in the comments.
Oh, that is flame, man. That's a big deal. I want one. We should rock them for the premiere which is May.
It's Sunday.
Tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
Yeah,
tomorrow's the day.
Tap in, brother. Where you been?
My deep dive goes live tonight at midnight.
So you're about to go. So you're gonna be dialed in completely. All right. So it's kind of like a don't. He's already past that.
Way past that.
All right. Well, I know. From is definitely. Oh, hold on. I keep doing the wrong one up. My bad. We gotta be up to date and accurate. But yeah, I know that we do have, if I'm not mistaken, Ant, we will be speaking with our one-eyed brother this upcoming week. And kind of going over some of all of the intricacies of this upcoming season, which I don't even think that this is the last season. There's plenty. There may be multiple more seasons.
It's been announced. Next season is the final season.
So they announced that season 5 is greenlit, and they already in production.
Yes.
Like they're not fucking around this time. They're going to give season 5 soon.
Oh, okay. All right, wow, you got me. My interest is whole peaked. All right, okay, hold on. Okay, I'll have to check. Boy, the From is a whole cult. Y'all ain't. It's not a real. It's kind of it's the following that the cult has generated is so fascinating to me because it's almost as if you don't know about From. You know what I'm saying?
Been under a rock. Well, yeah, rock you've been living under.
You know Ant a little too well, huh, Lisa? You look around like, don't talk to me. I don't want to tell nobody what I already know. Yeah, I asked the one-eyed man what's going on.
Oh, who's going to be on the live stream on Monday? So right after the premiere, we're going to be able to talk to Elgin about the premiere on Monday. So I'll put the live stream link up. It's going to be Monday at 6, and I think some of the blurs is popping up. Right, we're going to pop up and show out.
Yeah. I'm gonna be there, but I'm gonna need to be in the passenger seat on that one. I'm gonna be there, but can you help me drive though?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. As long as you can do that, because I'm gonna be in a different location, and I don't want to be in a place where the internet's gonna be all mucky or whatever.
Okay.
I'll be at a
no. I can drive.
You feel me? Yeah, as long as you can drive, yeah, I'm pulling up for sure. And hold on, since we doing announcements, don't we also have, in terms of spoons, don't we also have some other exciting things?
Spoons.
Yeah,
a spoon. That's your hint. Yeah. You're alluding to something using spoons.
Yeah, that's my hint.
I haven't the famous
spoon. Yeah, the spoon.
Just don't tell us what we're talking about.
That was not a good. That wasn't.
We got a whole spoon thing going on. You know what I'm saying? Spoon. Yep, me and the fellas. Yep, we got a spoon thing going on coming up pretty soon.
The spoon we got going on, bro. Now you threw me, bro. we talking with a spoon, maybe. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, with a spoon. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm not talking with a spoon. No. You don't know what I'm talking about?
No, I never know what you're talking about if you talk about spoon.
Okay. Well, I was actually talking about this right here, my
friend. Yeah. I hope it's some soup or a bowl of soup. A spoon
for one of us. I know y'all been hearing some of the elements are dead. It ain't dead. We got a legendary dude that's putting out a movie for the community, for the 4 pillars, man. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that's been down with us since day one. Going back to, I met the man in 1993, and he just got into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I'm going to pass him the mic. RZA, can you give us a quick shout out about what this movie's about so the DJs around the world can support, brother? Here you go.
What up, Tech? What up, DJs around the world? My name is the RZA from the Almighty Wu-Tang Clan. I got a new film called One Spoon of Chocolate coming out May 1st in theaters. This is a film following some young people trying to find a better way in life, but get caught up in the struggle, yo. And we all been through that struggle. It stars Shamik Moore as the hero. We got Blair Underwood as the mentor. We got Paris Jackson in the building. We got RJ Seiler in the building. Janelle Young in the building. Rockman Dunbar in the building. And it's one of those movies where the soundtrack of our lives is going to play throughout this movie. You know what I mean? I'm talking about music from Ice Cube, Biggie, Wu-Tang, etc. All inside this film. It's executive produced by Quentin Tarantino. So Quentin Tarantino is presenting this thing, and it's one of those bangers. All right, it's a banger. Written and directed by the RZA, written and directed by the hip hop culture.
Yo, so if I ain't mistaken, and we get an opportunity to speak with member of the cast of the RZA's upcoming movie.
Yeah.
And yeah, go ahead. I was gonna say, and that one I think might be a little pre-recorded, but that is something that we do have an opportunity to maybe take a peek at and tell the public about, because it will be premiering here upcoming pretty soon, correct?
Yeah, it comes out next weekend. One Spoon of Chocolate by the RZA. It stars Shamik Moore, aka Miles Morales of the Spider-Verse. It stars RZA, obviously. It stars Mr. RJ Seiler. Some of y'all might remember from that Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie that came out in I think 2015, and he was the Blue Ranger. He
Yep.
was the Black Ranger. They didn't do that again, but he was Billy. He's also from Book of Clarence.
Yes.
He was also in Night Patrol that just came out in January. So he's got 2 movies in like 4 months. So he's already doing well for himself. But yeah, we get a chance to get some of his time, pick his brain, and talk all things Spoonful of Chocolate.
Yeah. I'm geeked up about that actually, because this kind of feels to me, Ty, like a modern day take on the Bruce Leroy story. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that it is a Bruce Leroy anything or of Last Dragon anything, but it's an addition of martial arts as it merges with hood cultures, so to speak, which we haven't seen since like the Ghost. What was that movie? The with Forrest Whitaker, the Ghost Dog. Ghost Dog, which was another RZA film, because RZA is obsessed with doing martial art movies with black leads, which I love. So we're getting a young cast with good classic vibes. He mentioned names that some of the what they call in Florida jits may not know. Folks like Ice Cube, Wu-Tang. This was like the soundtrack of the 90s and the early 2000s. So it's something that's got me a little geeked up about it. What about you, Ty?
Oh, 100%. I mean, the fact that he's got Quentin Tarantino kind of, captaining this ship a little bit. Quentin has a unique view when it in terms of incorporating music with the soundtrack in his soundtracks. So I think already having RZA is enough, but having Quentin, knowing the right scenes to play necessarily, whatever music that RZA's incorporating into the soundtrack is going to be, I think is going to play well. I'm excited about this. That young man too that they showed in the trailer. I don't think unless you watched a specific show, you know who that young man is. But there was a show on Apple TV that kind of goes. It follows like Kevin Durant's life coming up in high school and going on and on and on, and it stars Ice Cube's son as the coach of that team. I can't think of the name right off the top of my head right now, but it's a really, really good series. And I'll get the name before the end of the show and put that in the comment section as well, because that doesn't get enough recognition. I think they stopped it after like season 2 or 3, and they really should. Swagger. Oh my gosh, Swagger was a very, very, very good show that touched it touched on a lot of different subjects, but very, 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 very well written show that doesn't get enough credit. And that young man that you saw in the trailer initially that was coming out of the convenience store, he's the star of that show. So definitely want to give him props. I'll find out his name as well so we can give him the right recognition that he deserves. But I'm excited for this. I'm definitely excited for this project.
Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to being able to speak with these folks. Yeah, it's time to get back into action. I know myself, I've been like hella busy, hella swamped. It's been kind of crazy. Just keep my head above water. Saturday mornings is my free time. I bet, and you probably feel the same way. I don't know how we juggle as much stuff as we do and still got to be husbands and fathers at the same time, optionally. All right. Sometimes I reconsider those options. We'll talk about that later. I just play. But yo, here's a real quick for those of y'all who do really enjoy this shirt that Ant has, which is so dope. Check it out. Yes, want to see it again? Here it is. Look at the shirt. Ooh, you can get this shirt right here. All right, so go ahead and screenshot it. We probably got to figure out a way to maybe get a QR code.
QR code. Yeah,
because we can make QR codes as well. So the shirt slaps. Let me take it down real quick so we can see it again. Look, there. Go home, Elgin. That shirt actually is really sick. Like it actually. No way. I'm kind of tripping on how dope it is, and the fact that you made it. It's not even a print shirt. It looks like yo, I got to get on with this culture, man. That's kind of sick. Speaking of going home, man, in this up in this recent episode of the Invincible. They went back to Viltrum, believe it or not. And in Viltrum, they did a lot of stuff that maybe we weren't expecting or anticipating. So let's dive into this just for a little bit, fellas, if you will indulge me. So since we are up to date on the Invincible series, hopefully everybody doesn't mind if we do a little spoiler here and there. So avert your eyes if you don't want to be spoiled. Pull back up as soon as you watch it. But yeah, let's chat on it, man. So it turns out sir.
Are you going to ask whether we liked it, loved it? Are we going to do that beforehand, or are we just going to assume that we all loved it?
It's interesting that you asked, because I thought about that. I was like, man, is this call for us giving a rating on it? But yeah, since you brought it up, sure, why not? Why don't we just go ahead and give our rating on the most recent episode, which I think was episode 7, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I'll go ahead and put this up real quick, and we can go ahead and tell everybody how we felt about it. Let's take this down. And this is for the most recent episode, which is episode 7. I'll take this down in 3, 2, 1. Somebody said mid. What? Ty, you got the mid sign up? Whoa. Okay, I gotta hear what's going on with that, because I'm shocked. Like, you are clearly in the minority on the panel. Why do you give it the mid sign, bro? What's going on?
I'm honestly shocked at myself. I thought this day would never come, honestly, Vince. But unfortunately, this is the one time I felt Invincible dropped the ball.
Whoa.
I think me and you had a conversation last week, and I told you my predictions on what would happen this week, and everything seemed as though I was 100% right until I wasn't.
I see.
And that to me was a dropped opportunity. Everything had been set up from the 2 episodes prior. One, we get, Mark kills Conquest, is critically injured. The next episode, we have Nolan and Oliver on the planet, kind of kindling, I can't say rekindling, but kindling some type of bond as a father and a son for the first time, whilst Mark is kind of healing and getting himself back together. And then here we are to this new episode where right before they go into the heat of battle, you see Oliver hugging Nolan, Mark embracing also his father, as though this is the forgiveness that we were all waiting for, the family bond, everybody's back loving on each other. Well, in movies and TV shows, whenever that happens, whenever something great happens like that, you can almost always expect tragedy to befall, right? So this episode, I was expecting tragedy to befall in the worst kind of way, because I needed that Glenn moment for a show like this, and I felt like it's only right that we have a Glenn moment, since we have Glenn. Oh wow. So I really thought that, based off of everything that we saw, that this was the perfect time to kill off Nolan. It was the absolute. If I'm in the writing room, this is the pinnacle of what I've built up these last 2 episodes for, was that real loss. And we've seen a lot of different things in terms of how Viltrumites survive and how they die. And I feel like the needle's being moved when it's convenient, and I didn't like that. I was like, all right, we saw Speed Racer shoot holes through Viltrumites. We've seen Conquest die by getting choked to death. There's a lot of weird stuff going on, because if I'm not mistaken, did we not see Thrag put his whole hand through Nolan's chest? Did we not see him go to the other side with it? I know what you can say with Mark is like, oh well, Mark was ripped open, and all of his, well, he wasn't ripped clean open. He was ripped open, and then he still had back. So I guess as long as you got back, you can close up, as a Viltrumite. But in this instant, we see Oliver get his whole face ripped clean off, jawline just ripped clean off his face, and looked like he was like halfway severed. He doesn't die. We go through the drag fight. Drag puts his whole hand through Nolan. We think he's dead. He doesn't die. Mark is basically almost beaten to death and his brain almost crushed, but we understand that Drag pulled up. Understandably, he lives. But this was the episode where I felt like we've been holding true to a lot of things in the Invincible series, and I felt like the needle was moved to fit the storyline, I guess, the way that the writers wanted it to be fit, but a lot of it didn't make sense. So yeah, I was a little upset that they dropped the ball on allowing us to deal with the emotions that would come about from a Nolan death. I think as fans, we've grown to like this new version of Nolan, and so with him dying in this episode, it would have been epic for the season finale, because now, if I'm being honest, I don't have the same expectations, and I also don't have the same preparation in terms of how I'm going to deal with Nolan's death at this point, because it's like you had an opportunity to kill him, you didn't kill him. Now what? We're going to go into the next episode and then kill him. If that happens, then I'm just going to be like, y'all dropped the ball for sure on that, because if the plan was to kill him in the first place, then why not just do it when you have the opportunity? Why leave it out and then come back and then do it all again? It's just weird to me. I don't know, but that's how I felt about it.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so what I'm hearing, Anthony, from Ty, is that I made a prediction. They didn't listen to me. I'm unhappy about it. I mean, his point is also to be taken a little seriously. Ty is looking for the emotional connection that you get when you lose a prominent member of the cast, that makes you kind of a little bit more emotionally involved with the show. Like he said, the Glenn moment, so to speak. I don't think that moment is gone. I don't think that maybe they wanted to do it at this point. Maybe what do you think about what Ty's saying? Because we both had our thumbs solidly up.
At first, I had my mindset on just rebuttaling what he was saying, but the more he started speaking, I'm thinking about the way the show was evolving, and it was leading up, or at least setting up the idea that he was going to die, that Nolan was going to get killed before the end of the season. Like, a lot of stuff was built up to have finality, to end his story, like his arc. Like, we saw him as a child, we saw him with his parents. Now we understand why he is the way he is. We see how he reacted when Mark had, like, we went through his whole arc. But the show was also planting seeds to go against it, which is, yes, Mark getting beaten to the point where his guts got spewed out. Like, was the show letting you know, hey, Viltrumites can heal from crazy stuff. They're not going to heal fast, but they will heal from some crazy stuff. I get his point now. I really do. I really do get his point in that it feels a little disappointing that Nolan didn't die. But best believe this. I feel like Nolan will die. He is not coming out of this on the other side alive, especially with Thrag. It's just that it didn't happen yet. And if it didn't happen yet, that means the show either has more to do with him, because he still has this whole thing with his wife that he's trying to wrap up, or they're going to just make him rise higher so the fall feels more painful. It's coming.
I believe it.
I'm picking up what y'all putting down. I think that the I guess what you're saying is kind of the mood is set, so to speak. The room has already been primed for his death. All of those warning signs are in front of us. We've been given more backstories, so now we feel for him a little bit more. He's had a little bit of a redemption episode where he goes back and says, "I'm sorry to everybody," even though what's Debbie, broke her hand, trying to hit him in the chest and all that. He even said, "I was lying about the lady that I was with," and then said to his son, like, "I was just playing when I was lying about it." You know what I'm saying? Like, he's been living out of both sides out of his mouth. But yeah, ultimately, your point is taken, Ty. Like, they gave you all of the right, I guess, crumbs or the Reese's Pieces leading into the shed, showing that this is the point at which he more than likely won't stay. And if he was to be taken off the map, you would kind of understand it, and it would lead to a different, a different time, a different mind frame for the show, because now essentially Mark and Oliver become the final remaining Viltrumites that we can trust, because they took care of your boy, what's my man's name? The betrayer.
Thetis.
They took care of Thetis. And I mean, my dog was straight ruthless. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so let's in addition
talk about Thrag.
You want to talk about Thrag? What you guys say about Thrag?
Yo, I ain't never seen, like, I was sitting here all season long. Like, how bad could Thrag be? Like, is he like, I'm starting to get this whole Dragon Ball Z parallel, like the Goku story with Gohan and they about to go against Frieza. I'm like, how bad could Thrag be? When this motherfucker pulled Nolan in with his wind up of a punch, did you see that moment when he just pulled it? Like, Nolan was like, the fuck? Like, no.
He did.
Wind up pulled him in, and then he hit him with the sure you can. Yo, that was they even had the wind joint pop, like in Dragon Ball where they be like, "Come, man," and then like all this stuff starts, like he had that little moment and he gave him the uppercut that he literally knocked him out the planet, in the orbit. In the orbit, and he would not stop moving. He hit like 5 people on the way up. Yo, Thrag, yo,
Thrag is a monster. But you know what's more intriguing to me about Thrag, Ant, is that he seems to have a mentality that is not cemented. He seems to be almost persuadable. Like, right when he was about to kill the kid, Mark, his Viltrumite army in them was like, "Kill him, what's wrong with you?" And he was like, "Nah, hold on. Ain't but so many of us left." You know what I'm saying? And what's the reason for him doing that? In my opinion, it's because if he was doing this under the old regime, then obviously they have to die. Because the betrayer, they working with this dude, they are literally out to kill the remaining Viltrumites, of which I think there's only 40 left, I think they said in the show. But there's a greater plan, and he's not doing it the way I think that the ordinary Viltrumite mindset would be doing it. And that's what caused me to believe that this dude Thrag there might be more to him than what we're being led on to believe. Like, he could have easily killed all three of them, Nolan, Oliver, and Mark, but it's not happening. And why is that?
Well,
Ty, you want to take this?
Yeah, it's very simple. First of all, I don't agree at all with you in terms of Thrag being. I think what it is Thrag has been indoctrinated from his very birth. If you remember, he went through all the training from birth to become what he is. So that's why the Viltrumites kind of revere him the way that they revere him. If you remember, before they went to fight, Nolan said, "Yo, however strong you think you are, I get stronger." Like, yo, do not, I repeat, do not engage with this man by yourself. Do not do it. I don't care what Oliver, I'm serious. Don't do it. Yeah. Like, and look, and despite Oliver, despite you telling Oliver 3 million times, Oliver gonna do exactly what you told him not to do, which is why he lost his damn jaw. But to answer your question, Vince, you're now seeing a version of Thrag who just lost his planet, his home planet, which in that moment he is like really like his whole thing is thrown off, because that was the one thing he never expected, was for Nolan to destroy their home planet. Viltrum meant so much to him, more than any other Viltrumite, because again, he was indoctrinated from birth only to serve the Empire. So his whole thing was to keep the Empire alive and rebuild the Empire. The only place he felt like he could do that was on their home planet of Viltrum. It kept all of their legacy, all of their history, all of those things. He is that type of person. So when you destroyed his planet, you shattered all of the dreams, all of the stuff that he lives for, that he was built for, that he was trained for. So in that moment, when he killed the shit out of Nolan, we thought it was because of rage for what you just did to my planet. But then when he got to Mark, the realization just set in. Yo, where do we go from here now? We don't have a home planet. It's not that many of us left. I have to reassess how I move forward. That's what you saw, was in that moment, even though I'm pissed off, I still have to do what's best for our lineage, do what's best for where we're going next. So if you read it as, him being persuaded, you're wrong. He just was kind of reeling from the fact that I just saw my planet destroyed right in front of my eyes, and there was nothing I could do about it. And now what do I do next? What's the next move? I still got these soldiers looking to me to lead. I still, those type of things. All of those things that could go into that moment was going into that moment, man. So that's what we saw.
All right.
Yeah.
I feel like with Thrag being so attached to the planet, I feel like maybe he does have a different sense of conquest, so to speak, to use for lack of a better word now, because it's like, wasn't the original goal to, because remember their whole motto is all is ours. Well, your own planet ain't even yours no more. Like, it's gone. So that's what I'm saying. Like, in terms of him being persuadable, not necessarily persuadable by other people, so to speak, but just in a sense that he may not necessarily leave this experience thinking, all right, we still got to go out there and conquer everything. You feel me? Like, there may be a different mindset that ensues now as a result of this, of the sequence of events. No, I'm tripping.
You bugging, man. That you bugging. What you
I feel like
this type of stuff, the story before though, right? Like when they blew up the Death Star in Star Wars, did the Sith be like, oh man, maybe we had it wrong? Nah, they was like,
no, they did it
down. Double down. We about to build another one. We about to get back at these fools. We about to take over more planets. Nah. And the same thing with Thrag. Just because you destroyed his planet doesn't mean he's gonna all of a sudden rethink whether or not all is theirs. He's gonna feel insulted, and he's gonna get, he's gonna get motivated to double down.
But what's he doing now? Like, what was the purpose of leaving them alive then? Because it's not like they're the only ones that can reproduce.
It's because there's too few of them, right? He was already being easy because there were only 50 of them. Don't forget, they gave us this flashback. Like, when there were millions of them, he just made them fight each other to the death. While he was just chilling. Like, he halved the population on some like, yo, y'all are too weak shit. So when there's now less than 50 of them, like, he cares about his people. He cares about the numbers, and he doesn't want to go extinct. Like, he thinks about things on another level. Like Ty said, he was raised since birth, not just to be in this position now, but to lead, to prosper, to thrive. He was talking about how he reveres the last leader and how he's going to carry the Viltrumites into their glory days and then it all fell apart. They got poisoned. Their population went down to 50. They don't know yet how to reproduce safely, except, you know, with maybe a bug creature. So it's not looking good for the Viltrumites right now. And he's not about to just sit here and start killing the last ones left.
Oh,
even
man.
God let Superman live.
Yeah, and Vince is more or less like this. If you had a plan in a war, right, and your plan doesn't go the way that you don't give up the war. You don't just be like, oh, we gonna give up. You fall back, you make another plan, and then you go at it again. Which is and you got to look at Thrag like more like an army general. Like, don't look at him as just like the president. Don't look at him as just a diplomatic figure. He's not that. This nigga was bred for war. So when he just lost, what he just did, that was he won the battle, that particular battle. But in terms of what he was trying to do, he lost. So he had to come. He has to regroup, get the rest of the Viltrumites that are alive together in one place, and then come up with a plan of attack. Because now Viltrum is no longer our safe haven. It's no longer our base of operations. We have to now find a new base of operations and come up with a new plan. And I think all of this is, you got to understand, he's got to process all of this split second timing. It just happened. I'm still fighting these two dudes. I just put my hand through one of them, and now I'm thinking about crushing the other one's head. And all of this is processing, along with the emotions that are going through me right now, because everything I stand for, everything I was bred for, just was blown the fuck up. And that's what we just saw. His planet blown to pieces. Did you not see the faces of every Viltrumite when they literally made it a thing to pan the camera to every face of every Viltrumite, and look, their faces, all you could read, all the expressions on every face, the disbelief, like this can't happen to us. We do this. It doesn't get done to us. We blow up planets. We kill the population if they're weak. This doesn't happen to us. And man, that's what you experience in that moment. Great job, by the way, by the cameraman and everybody. To be like, look at this motherfucker. No, look at this motherfucker. Like all this shit. Like
the cameraman.
The cameraman.
Well, I don't know.
Got them fucked up.
Shout out to the cameraman on the Invincible animation studio set. The lighting was awesome. But yeah, man. All right. Well, we okay. So I'm honestly surprised that more people didn't pass away in that whole sequence. There were a few scares, right? Like, didn't they? The dude who ride the laser bicycle, Speed Racer dude. Like I thought he was gone. I thought he was gone. Space Racer. I called him Speed Racer. Go Space Racer. Thought he was gone. I thought that old girl was gone too at one point in time. The girl that seemed to be crushing on Oliver.
She's been gone. She's been almost gone. She's been almost gone in every episode, bro. Since she's come, she's been almost gone.
She's punching up.
She really is. So many times to say.
I even thought there was a moment where Alan might not make it through the jump, but I don't know. I feel like Alan, we don't really know what his powers are, but he's given like Black Adam vibes. Like, he's just super strong, and you can't really, I don't know. He doesn't really seem to have any invincibilities. Seem to be any vulnerabilities. My apologies. But yeah, it's interesting how now that the Viltrumite Empire is quote unquote trying to resurge, and he's been given the plight of the betrayer. I don't know, that kind of shocked me. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, oh, They
Who
want to
else
go
are they
that
gonna
route.
give it? Who else are they gonna give it to though? Like,
Why do they have to
right?
have somebody? You know, why can't
Why
it
do
be
they
a
need a
collective?
leader?
Yes. Why do they need who are they leading? Who are they leading right now?
The coalition of planet. They count the coalition of planets.
Yeah, the ones that are going against the Viltrumites.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I was thinking that it was kind of like their tight-knit little group that they have, right?
Nah,
Of which they kind of they
Nah.
consult each other to make decisions and whatnot. And with
Nah.
that consultation,
Nah,
Let
it's
me
a
ask-
bigger thing.
yeah.
what's your
Datus
opinion?
was
You watch
answering to a
Invincible,
cancer.
Oh, yes, I do watch Invincible. Hi.
Hey, okay. So when
What
you was
up?
watching, like, so how about like they killed your boy, the betrayer,
Yeah,
right?
Datus.
Was that warranted? Was you expecting that? Did you think that should have happened?
I think that should have happened because what's his name? Thrag. He had so much built up resentment.
You know, we only see like the top of the bottom of. There you are. Hey, okay.
She's so tall.
Yo,
Yeah, like so much built up resentment and hatred that Thrag has had, and he was like, I hate this guy. I'm gonna go ahead and just. So that's what happened. Exactly what happened, and you know, he stood on business.
What do you think about the theory that some of my friends have that Nolan should not have survived that episode? That essentially he was set up and primed for a good death in this episode, but because he didn't die, it kind of is a disappointment. What do you say about it?
Wait, so they're saying that he should have died,
Correct.
and for what reason exactly?
Because it would have made the story better.
Well, I mean, that's not necessarily. I mean, the reason is simple. That well, excuse me. Sorry.
It's okay.
He put his whole hand.
She's watching Invincible.
I know, but like, yeah. I just figured that
you don't have to come from him.
Yeah, when you put your whole hand, through, and Thrag again was so upset, same way that you just described with Thetis, killing half their planet and betraying their race. Well, Nolan just blew up your planet and into a million pieces. I don't see how much more rage you could have, and he did exactly what he was supposed to do, which was handle Nolan like he had handled him from the time they saw each other to the end of the episode. I just thought that when you get to that moment with someone like Greg, who's that powerful, and in that moment where you've already established that Nolan has rekindled the relationship with Oliver, he's kindled the relationship with Oliver, rekindled the relationship with Mark, and been on this arc of redemption where everybody starts to like Nolan. You've got everybody who's like, oh, he's a good guy now. Oh, he's good. Yeah, Nolan's good.
Yeah.
I was like, he's my best friend. He's really a good guy.
My best
friend. Yeah. So now everybody's liking Nolan, including myself. Like the build up was there. Like this is what you do those things for in storylines. You like same thing with A-Train. We were talking about the boys earlier. Like we had to grow. A-Train had to grow on us so that when they finally caused his demise, it feels different as a viewer. That's what bringing the audience is about. That's why the Glenn moment in Walking Dead was such a huge moment. And I just thought that this was a missed opportunity. That's
all. So what do you think about that, Kiki?
Well, honestly, I think you're just like talking about the redemption of A-Train and also Nolan, but like killing him off because of that wouldn't have bettered the story. We all forgive him for the Chicago incident, and we never forget. But
you forgive him for the Chicago incident?
Somewhat. I mean, he said sorry a couple times.
He said sorry. What about the people that are dead? What about the whole city? What about remember he got Eve's dad fired. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Eve's dad deserved that. He's worse than Thrag himself.
That part. Oh, wow. What's going on? Yeah, it's just me and Kiki. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, what do you think about the fact that? Do you think that they should have let Oliver regenerate? Should they have let him go ahead? I mean, because I thought he was dead. I thought the bull had passed away.
Well, he's half Viltrumite, and Viltrumites heal very fast. So, yeah.
All right, where you going?
Are you talking to me?
No.
What are you
You
talking
look
about?
like you about to go somewhere. Where you going?
Oh, I gotta go to my volleyball tournament.
Oh, isn't that interesting?
Very yes.
Yeah, that's nice. All right, well, cool. Well, we won't hold you, man. I appreciate you contributing. Anything else you want to say about Invincible before you head on the road on your volleyball tournament excursion, so to speak?
Nah.
Hey,
All right.
Hey, Kiki, every time you score today, I want you to yell out "thrag."
You watched Invincible? You got opinions? Oh, you don't? Okay. What's up? What? Okay. All my kids, the daughters are here.
Hey, it's a family show. It's a family show.
All right. Yeah. We're all in the cave right now. All right. Hey. All right. We serving face. All right. There's a lot going on. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. That's what we're doing. Zulu. Okay. Blue Steel. We're doing Blue Steel this morning. All right. Let's go. Hey, this is how we do.
Oh man. I feel like there should be camera flashes going on right now. There should be a whole bunch of camera flashes. There's a thousand flicks right now.
All right. That was fun. All right, appreciate y'all. All right, get on body. We got things to do, man. Appreciate it. It was good to see the ladies of the house. Hey, have a good day. All right, Kiki. Give me 5 kills.
Do good.
All right, yeah, that's interesting, man. Well, nice little cameo from the Taylor gang, right quick, man. Appreciate y'all indulging me. Well, yeah, I'm starting to feel like you might be right a little bit, but I guess I think that Nolan, I don't know. And I do want to jump on, I do want to piggyback on this part of what you said. I do feel like we do need to learn like what actually does and doesn't kill a Viltrumite, because like you said, like it's weird for them to be able to fly through space, but then be choked, and hold their breath for, eons, but then be able to be choked to death after being, strangled for maybe an hour or so. And I know somebody was like, oh, well, yeah, they still got to breathe. And I'm like, well, do they? It's kind of weird to be in space. You know what I mean? And to not have to, and I mean, it's like really cold in space, sub-zero Kelvin. And
I might change my theory on that whole holding the breath thing, because they were talking a lot out there in space. So I don't know how you hold.
No, they don't talk. They think that, you notice they don't move their mouths like when they're in space.
Nah, like some telepathy.
Some of it was.
Nah, they don't. I don't feel like they move their mouths.
Nah, bro. You got to go watch that episode. Nolan is clearly talking at points when they're thing. You know what I'm saying? Mark is talking. Not everything is only, if I'm being honest, the only two people that I see doing that is Alan and Nolan. Nolan and Alan are the ones that use the telepathy thing. Mark, I've seen Mark be like, "Where's Oliver? What? Go get Oliver!" Like he literally, So I don't think they hold their breath. I think they just have the ability to fly through space, which is crazy because Superman don't even have that ability. He got it. Superman needs a whole.
No, Superman be in space.
Yeah,
Superman be in space. What?
Flying.
Yeah, he fly. He fought the Sun Man on space. He went into space and flew around the Earth to reverse time. And I
know he flew to the sun. Flew
to the sun and threw some rockets into it.
I
think he moved the moon at one point in time to.
I just know that changes, because I know that when I used to watch the Justice League cartoon, he used to have a whole.
He did. He had a thing.
Yeah, he had a whole suit that he would be in space with. But hey, I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. Well, I mean, it goes into what you were saying about the quote unquote goalpost being moved. Yeah. Because I mean, I can say for Oliver, I'm like, okay, so you take off his mouth and you take off his arm. I guess I can see him being healed. If you can put Conquest back together, then you could put him back together. But
yes.
you got to also remember that he's half insect, right? He looks normal and he has fair skin now, but he still has that whole other DNA that we don't understand. Insects grow back arms and legs all the time. So there's no telling how he's going to heal and why he's different. Shit, next time we see him, he might be 30. We don't know.
Well, if let's stick on that point for a second. So if he is a part of that insect culture that you speak of, that culture that his mom came from dies very quickly, right? Don't they have a very short lifespan? They age quickly. So doesn't that aspect of him also need to be included in when we're calculating?
He is aging quickly. He's like 3 years old.
So he's not too. Yeah, you're right. You're right. And what happened to his? Didn't he have like antenna? Like, didn't he have like at one point in time like little antenna or something like that? And they just no longer. He
was just a pink child. He was just a pink child.
He just pink.
But Vince, I wanted to say this too. Nolan's death would have been important for Oliver's character arc as well, because if we pay attention to what's happened, Mark's character arc changed as soon as Conquest tried to kill his lady, Adam girl, or Adam Eve. So that's when his character arc changed. He went from the I don't want to kill anybody, I don't want to hurt anybody, to you know what I mean? So and so I think the same thing could have been said for Oliver. Like, you just formed a relationship with your father, something you craved from the very beginning, and you finally got it, only for it to be snatched away abruptly by this person, Thrag. Your level of hatred, your level of revenge would increase in a young man like Oliver, who then puts him up there and catapults him up there to this place of, you know what, I'm willing to do whatever I have to do now. You know, Oliver, despite his strength, to Anthony's point, is still very much an infant. So when he goes into battle, despite your warnings, or despite your telling him, hey, that's gonna burn, he still is going to do those things. So you want him to be formidable, which is why they showed a whole episode of him being trained by Nolan. So you figure from the time he got to that planet to the time that he spent with his father training, Oliver's fighting skills have immensely developed. He is now able to fight Viltrumites single-handedly. Now, I'm not saying he's able to defeat them, but he's able to give them a run. He's able to let you felt that one, didn't you? You felt that one. So so I just feel like, again, imagine him awakening from almost being killed to find out Nolan has been killed by Thrag. Your level of hatred, you build all of that up. Now Oliver is driven by this rage, and you see a different version of Oliver, which is only better for the show. It's just a lot of things, man.
True. Yeah, and you know what? Let me add on to that too. If they did go that route, which would have catapulted the show into a different, like a whole different sphere, right?
Yeah.
Then now you get to bring Nolan in as a Force ghost to an extent, right? Like not as a Force ghost in real life, but then you're gonna have Mark being faced with certain decisions. Oh, should I kill him? And then you'll have Nolan's voice in his head, like, Mark, remember what I told you. Never let them see. Like you can already see how they would do it, right? Like you would see them being like, all right, well, yeah, he dead, but he's still in your head type thing. And every now and then he shows up, and then when he's on a planet, like, because Mark is always going through that period. I don't know. I just don't know if this is the right thing to do. And then Mark, you can kind of see him like showing up on his side. So yeah, I think you're going to something there, man. I don't know. I'm on the fence about it though. Like, I don't know if I'm so eager to see Nolan get killed off, not knowing how many more seasons there are. But to your point, if there was a point in time, now would have been a great time to, if not kill him, maybe at least injure him drastically, right? To do something detrimental through Thrag, because Thrag, like we said, is not like any other Viltrumite. This dude is a whole another level. Like he's Super Saiyan level 10, you know, and it's quite yo, I ain't gonna lie. Like when I was sitting there watching Thrag, just standing there watching everybody, or sitting there just floating, and then wasn't nobody messing with him. Dude shot the thing at him and it went past him and he didn't even move. And then dumbass Oliver come up, hey, you know, I was like, oh, come on, Oliver. Like he literally told you you had literally one job. He said, do not try to fuck with this dude on your own. What Oliver, little stupid ass teenage ass do? He go over there and he okay, rip. Hey, your boy wasn't worthy, bro. I tried to, you know, I didn't. He bucked up on me. Wasn't nobody fault but his own. I think
what did Mark say? What did Mark say? Mark said, I killed Conquest. What did he say? Show me.
He was like, I thought about Morpheus. You remember Morpheus said that? I know Kung Fu. Show me. Yeah. He said, show me. He did. All right. What do y'all think about the thought that went through Nolan's head when he decided that he was going to go ahead and tear up the planet? Like, cause I didn't see that coming. I literally didn't. Like, I saw them looking past Oliver's body and then him seeing the planet. And I, at one point in time, like he had all of them flying towards the planet as if they were all about to go into it. It didn't work out that way. Do you think that the desired impact was met, or is it just going to make Thrag just even more angry that he destroyed the planet now? And guess where they are now? Earth.
You want to take that one, Ed?
I mean, I think Nolan this whole time has been showing signs that he's got his own motive. Like he's working with the Federation of Planets, but every time they really ask him where his loyalties are, he still could be giving you, you know, big Viltrumite vibes. He's like, no, you know, we are strong people. You know, I don't really believe in genocide of our people. So he's got his own motive. It feels like to me that he's working with, you know, these folks, but he also doesn't really, you know, I bring all of this up because yeah, he had that plan. He had that plan from the beginning. Everybody else didn't just know it. He knows they cannot defeat Thrag in a fight, but maybe you can convince or demoralize Thrag enough that he gives up. Right? Every time Nolan got punched, he was looking at Thrag. He was like, hey, man, it's over. Give up. Yeah. Please. Give up. Like, but for real, like, I think he knows. He knows. He's the only one who's been hit by Thrag, really, and still lived to talk about it. And he's like, yo, I got flung into space. Come on, y'all. Y'all with me. We about to destroy this planet. There's nothing else we can do.
Wow.
Right?
Okay.
Like, bro, the Thrag is Broly, and he's got Ultra Instinct. He's sitting here dodging punches with one punch, like one step. He's like, they're shooting guns at him. He's like he's not even moving his body.
Yeah. All right.
That was the last resort. That was the last possible resort. That was the plan that only him and Thetis probably knew. Like that was something that they talked to alone. They was like, look, if shit goes left, which it probably will, this is gonna be our last remaining choice. And you could tell in that moment that after getting knocked into space, damn near couldn't stop until you hit some rocks and all kind of other shit to stop your speed. This is all we have left. This is our last Hail Mary play. This is Project Hail Mary. This is what it is. Yo, you know they went into like a football formation, right? Like it was like, all right, y'all play defense. Like the guys on the outside break off. Boom. Wait, now it's just me, Mark, and Thetis, and the rest of y'all hold them off just long enough for us to follow this laser beam to the core of the planet, burst through the planet, and the laser beam is gonna come out on the other. That was crazy to me. I was just like, wow, this is wild business. But if you're asking, did it get the reaction that Nolan was aiming for, yes, it got the reaction that he was aiming for, which was to crush the spirit of Thrag. You can't beat him physically. That is not happening. Like when Mark said, "Well, how do we defeat him?" and he looked at Nolan. Nolan looked at that look like, "I don't fucking know." we like this. We can't. And then he died right after. Well, what we thought was dead. Go ahead.
I wish we got at some point in time. I hope to buck into somebody who may have already kind of delved into the comics, because I understand that there's many things different about the way that it was written than the way that it's being depicted on the screen. One of the questions I have is, what is it that's so different about Thrag that makes him more powerful? What is it that gave him more strength than your average Viltrumite? Because from what I see, it doesn't look like he's that much different, unless he just worked out more or just had a different dietary. I don't know, what is he got the PED thing going on? Like what is it that makes him so much more special than Nolan, who we originally thought was like the most evil, most strongest Viltrumite that could be? And then Conquest, remember Conquest backed down from him too? It looked like they was about to get it in for a little bit, and Conquest was like, "Nah, I think I want to." And he was like, "Chill."
I won't say it again. I won't repeat myself. I won't repeat myself, is what he said. He was like, "All right."
Yeah. I hope they get into that too. Let's delve off of this a little bit. Just a couple, just real quick for y'all. What do you think is gonna happen next in Invincible? What do we think is the next episode entail? Are we now, because this is kind of like I don't want to say cliche, but this is kind of what happens, right?
Don't ask Ant.
Oh, my bad. My bad. And whoops. Oh, sorry. And do you have some? Okay, all right. I guess we're Ant is the spoiler this week. So Ty, what do you think is going to happen? You don't have any spoilers, right?
I haven't. Yes, I have not seen the finale, but I feel like it's only really they've kind of boxed themselves in to this point. It like the only thing that could happen at this point is reactionary stuff, and I think that Thrag is going to do the one thing that anyone would do in that situation is, well, you destroyed my home. Where you live at? Let me pull up to your house, because now that you destroyed my home, it's only right that I move into yours. So that's, I think what Thrag realizes is that human DNA is compatible with Viltrum DNA, and although it is not the pure race, and it's not going to be as strong as me, they are formidable. So maybe we can get lucky. I think that's what it's going to happen, is that they're going towards Earth, and now you include all of the superheroes of Earth trying to defend Earth against a Viltrum invasion of 40 or whatever the case may be. So now you're gonna have all the what's the guy that runs the organization on the planet? Walter Goggins' character. No, Walter Goggins. No, the guy that runs them. The guy that runs the Walter Goggins.
The teleport. Cecil. Yeah,
Cecil. Yeah, I think now you have Cecil, because remember, Cecil has been building these robots. The robots, they've been trying to upgrade those robots that old boy had. So he's been doing that. So they've been trying to upgrade those. So I think that's the defense, the defense, the Earth's defense is those robots. Plus, the Guardians and everything like that. So, but yeah, that's kind of where you boxed yourself into at this point. I think that's where we're going. I think the next episode is, the Viltrumites heading towards Earth to take over Earth.
I think that you might get your wish in this next episode, which I think is the last episode for the season, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that what I think that the way that if there is to be a sacrifice of Nolan, I think that he would want it to be if we're to believe that he does want redemption and that he's not putting on an act, then I think that he would want for the planet Earth to see him defending the planet Earth and to go out with a better legacy than the one he left with, which is with him basically trying to kill everybody on Earth and take over the planet and being the leader of the Viltrumite army that was coming in. Now it's going to be like, well, I didn't mean to. I didn't want to do it. They were making me do it. It's just the way that I was raised from when I was a little kid, when I was just under 100,000 years. However many, I think he's 1,000 years old now. So I think that the character arc does beg for some sort of planetary redemption, as opposed to him dying somewhere in space where Mark comes back and tells them the story and nobody gives a fuck. I think they want it to be like on TV, you know what I'm saying? Like in Times Square, them showing him. I imagine Thrag coming out and trying to maybe perhaps kill somebody of great importance on the planet Earth, right? And then as a result, you get Nolan trying to ward off Thrag, and in doing so, he saves some crucial characters, whoever that may be, the president, the queen, I don't know, a country, a continent, a child. And in that, people start to look at him ever so slightly in a different light. And then he dies defending the planet Earth. I think that may be a little bit more, I don't want to say palatable, but possibly within the reach of what the show is able to give us. I don't know. It feels to me like what they're leading on to, because Nolan didn't, even though he got punched like fuck and got a start button super uppercut from Lil Mac, like, and then like flew into all yeah, you got the whole Shoryuken, like he got he still didn't face he didn't get it worse than Oliver did, right? So I feel like they left Nolan in form so that they can take him out in this last episode, perhaps, or at least put him in a pretty vegetative state. So I guess we talk about that next week when we do actually see what happens, and then we'll be able to go over how we feel about whatever it is that transpired on. You know what I also like real quick as we start to go into something else? I like how they always incorporate the title in the intro, but do it in that manner where they're like, oh, well, he's not. I wish I could do that, man. Yeah, I wish I could do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, Vince, go cut the trash. Go take out the trash. Take out the trash for what? Who do you think I am? You know what I'm saying? Like, I want some sort of intro sequence like that, or it don't even got to be Invincible. It can be like just Vince, Hey, are you? Yes,
I mean, your name's in the. Your name is in the. Your name is in there.
My name is. Oh man, you can't mess with that dude. Why? Because he think he. Yeah, bro. That's what it is. But anyway,
break real.
Cool for a little bit. I know that my man isn't you know what? My dog Ant isn't, he's not up to par on these other joints that we've watched. So I don't know if we want to spoil them for him or not.
Go for it.
Yeah, because I don't think he's gonna watch.
I mean, you're not watching Daredevil? You're not watching Daredevil?
He don't do Marvel like that. He hasn't really been. I mean, he'll watch the obligatory stuff.
Hey,
he's not.
This might be the one. This might be
but he didn't watch the Netflix ones either. He didn't watch the Netflix Jones.
I didn't watch Daredevil season 3 forward. I watched up to Defenders.
Yeah, Defenders.
So that's a lot.
Yeah. He's missed quite a bit, but yeah, he is missing out because
this season is
it's toasty. It's seasoning.
Yeah, this season is doing some things, man.
Doing some things. Let's talk about it briefly then for a little bit, maybe not to give too much away for Ant, because I know Ant can't participate too much in this, but I'm sure he's got things to edit. I am curious.
The comment section is coming for you.
Yeah, let them get it. Let them get it. Yeah, let them hear it, man. Let them hear it. Why you let them hear it? Make sure y'all hit the QR code for the shirt, by the way.
They have spoken, bro.
Yeah, and tighten up. Yeah, look at that, bro.
Yes, Metatron. I said this from the very jump. I brought this up when I was like, yo, Optimus Prime. Yeah, it's definitely Optimus Prime's voice was Status. Yeah.
The fact that dude, I mean, don't take it the wrong way, but the fact that he's still around, I mean, I think he is the original voice of Optimus Prime. He's got to be like in his late 90s.
Yes.
So the fact that he's kicking, I want to know what kind of Herbalife he drinking. Like, what virgin blood is he baptized in on a nightly basis that keeps this dude from not, like being put in like we lose a lot of folks that don't even make it to their 50s and 60s. This dude is, I mean, shoot, he must live in the booth. Maybe his AI in his voice. I don't know what it is, but good Lord, it is definitely a whole thing. But get on Ant, because I mean, look, you got enough to watch.
Notice that generation lives longer.
But
that greatest generation, they live to like their 90s, and some of the boomers, it's from Gen X forward that people don't live as long. Once McDonald's came out, it's been all downhill.
y'all better act like y'all know he carrying the All Spark.
Oh, he do got the All Spark in real life, don't he?
Oh, man.
All right, so what about what's going on in Daredevil? I know you specifically, Ty, have expressed your love of some of the characters on Daredevil right now, specifically the one that totes a bullseye on his chest, if I'm not mistaken, or not on his chest, but as his sign. So talk about it, man. What I mean, we don't have to get into whether we like it or not. I mean, we know that we do. But what? All right, let's kind of get into this. This most recent episode, just to get y'all caught up. We're now in Hell's Kitchen, and we talked about this, I think, before. But Kingpin is the mayor. Well, I guess we should distinguish Kingpin and Wilson Fisk, because I guess Wilson Fisk is a character in himself, right? Like, he is the guy who's seemingly, supposedly cultured. He's an art gallery. Maybe he's more into purchasing stocks and investments and things of that sort. When the Kingpin, that's the guy who crushed your skull. That's the dude who sends out old boy. What's my man name? I can't never remember his name. Buck. That sends out Buck to go do his bidding. That's the dude who says, "Meet me in the basement, and I'm gonna because I want you to see me killing the dude you was messing around with when you thought I was dead." You know what I'm saying? Like that's Kingpin. Wilson Fisk is a politician. He's a man who knows how to rub the public the right way in order to get what he wants out of them. And I think that what we just witnessed in what happened with his girl is that
his wife,
Kingpin, his wife, yes, his wife, correct, is that Kingpin has been laying dormant. In fact, if you've been watching carefully, you may have noticed that Wilson Fisk starts smiling this season. Remember last season, like it ended with one uncomfortable smile when he was trying to speak to New York. He's like, "New York, I will do anything to take care of you, because I love nothing more than the city of New York." And he did one of these right here.
A struggle smile. It's a struggle smile. Yeah.
Smile, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I feel like right now that whole act is about to go away. Like, it's about to be full on complete city under siege, complete martial law, complete the task force takeover type shit, because now you done fucked around and killed my wife, right? Because I think she's gone now. Because I think so.
Well, I mean, that's speculative, but I mean, there's definitely some reason.
Oh, sorry about that. Go ahead. Oh, did I lose you? Are you still there? Can you hear me?
You have me. It muted me.
My bad.
So no, it's fine. So I think there's definitely some reason for concern. You described some things that are already actually in play. The martial law, the task force going around and doing whatever they wanted to do and causing mayhem. That's already in play. That was in play before this happened to his wife. But to kind of touch on what you're talking about in terms of the facade, which is Wilson Fisk, I think that the mirror is shattered. I think the idea of being a legitimate businessman is over. I think now being the totalitarian, sovereign, individual that we may familiarize in our real life is also showing his ugly face in Hell's Kitchen, and will show his face in Hell's Kitchen. If you remember from the Daredevil season on Netflix, the Daredevil seasons on Netflix, when he met her, she was the light in the darkness. And look, they even did the if you watch those episodes, and when they first met, he had on all black. She had on all white. It was like the semblance of what the picture that he bought was an all white painting. It was literally an all white painting. So she was the light in his darkness, and has been the light in his darkness ever since they met. Vanessa has always been that. She's been the calming force to that storm. Well, if she disappears or dissipates or whatever the case may be, then the storm rages. The storm is is unhinged, and not only is it unhinged, but it becomes worse, because anytime you bottle something up and it just continues to fester, eventually it's gonna burst. And that's what you've got with this version of the Kingpin. I no longer will call him Fisk, because now introducing the Kingpin. The Kingpin is back. He is back. You saw him in season 1. You saw him messing up people and beating up people and breaking legs and doing whatever he would do as Kingpin. Those days are on the horizon. It only gets worse because now he's more powerful. Then he was just a common street thug with some pizzazz and some finesse. Now he's a whole mayor with a whole police force under his control. You do not have any idea of what kind of just crazy stuff he's about to unfold, which is why you're going to have to call for help. This is going to be a call for help moment. Like, oh, look, we thought we had it under control. We were very wrong. I need help. And that's what now all of the people that have been kind of just laying back, because we are in Hell's Kitchen, mind you. All of his friends still have been occupying that same space of Hell's Kitchen, but they just haven't said anything. We haven't seen Jessica Jones. We haven't seen Luke Cage. We haven't seen the Iron Fist. But they all there. They're all residents. They're still all residents. All of this stuff is going on in the same city. We still haven't seen Punisher, who got out, and we don't know where the heck he's at. So there's a lot of help to be had. It just hasn't been called on. Matt and what's her name?
I don't do names.
Redhead.
I forget it. I don't. Yeah.
Anyway,
Karen.
Yes.
The dude who's not watching the show.
Yeah, he knows. He knows.
The dude who's not watching.
He didn't say he didn't interview her. He said he didn't watch the show. He didn't.
He probably got on. Maybe texted and stuff.
Shit.
Uh-oh. Did I?
Yeah, look at Andrew. Probably didn't interview. Yeah, probably did it and forgot to post it. Yeah, Ant-Man. Yeah.
No, it's not. Something else. I'll tell you out later.
Okay, cool. But yeah, I do think that Well, let me step outside of the plot line and let me talk about the fact that the show is on the air right now. And let me holler at you real quick about this, Ty, because I think you could appreciate this. Like, it feels like they have given I think it's safe to say at this point that it's been a smooth transition. It's fairly smooth from Netflix to Disney Plus. There was a lot of questions about whether or not it was going to live up to the same bloody, violent nature that Netflix was giving us, and I think we've gotten that. There was some questions as to whether or not they would. It maybe worse, maybe. I mean, maybe. Well, there's a question about that. But yeah, we were wondering whether or not they were going to let the language run rampant, and they don't. They still speak. This is not Daredevil for kids on a Saturday morning cartoon where Spider and his amazing friends. No, they saying the fucks and the shits, and they doing all of that, and the blood is running deep on the streets. You get to see bones crack. You see body parts that are put out of place by multiple members. It definitely gives. And in addition to that, what I really like is how they are slow playing the introduction of the additional characters that we know we're going to see. We know we're going to see Jessica Jones. We know we're going to see Punisher. We know we're going to see Luke Cage at some point in time, even though Luke Cage is acting like he ain't, I don't know, I might be in it. Michael Coulter, that is. So I think that it's actually living up to the hype here. And I think you and I both have the same barometer. Like, when our wives who aren't really into these type of shows are like, whoa, I can't speak for yours, but mine was like, yo, I'm watching Daredevil, and man, it's really good. And I'm like, you watching Daredevil? That to me is a sign of a dope show for some reason. And so I'm geeked up about not only what it's shown and the fact that we are getting characters. And this is how it's done, Marvel. I got to give you your props. You did promote it, all right, which you should have done with Wonder Man, and you should have done with Ironheart as well. Setting that aside just for a moment, but by bringing this into the fold and then giving us more of Bullseye, giving us more of the new young Tiger, damn, I almost called her Tiger King, White Tiger, giving us more of these potential, because I also think that we're also seeing some other villains being brought into the fold that we haven't even identified yet. Like, I think that Buck is going to be more than what he is right now. I keep waiting to see who's going to end up being Smythe. I feel like Smythe is still on the way. Like, you remember Smythe from Spider-Man?
Spider Slayer?
Yeah, well, I mean, at first he has to go through the phases, right? First he has to be the genius behind all of Kingpin's gadgets and all of that. Then he ends up being mutated, because he tries to, take some sort of, or no, I think Kingpin actually made him into some weird mutant, and then ultimately
he did it to himself.
Did he do it to himself? It was something like that, yeah. And then it
was like father and son. It was father and son.
Was it something like that?
Yeah,
and so,
like, Kingpin did something to his father, and then his son stepped into this place.
Yeah, so I feel like one of those dudes that Kingpin has around all the time could end up being Smythe, or maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. It just feels that way to me for some reason. For those that don't remember, the guy in the background right here in this picture is a Smythe to Kingpin, and he honestly could be any one of those characters. There's Buck, who it could be, or it could be the other guy that was in the car with Kingpin.
Oh no, it's definitely not him. It would, if anybody, it would be Buck.
You think Buck? I don't know.
Yeah. If you're talking about Garrett Foley's son, then nah, I couldn't see him.
We gotta get it.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. But Buck seems like he would be, prime for that candidate of Smythe. He's already trained, in hand-to-hand combat and weapons and all of the necessary things to kind of transition to a superpowered person. But it could be somebody we haven't even met yet, so we don't know.
Yeah.
But
or it might not be any of them. There might not be a Smythe.
They might not choose to go that storyline route. But listen, you're on to something though in terms of the characters that are surrounding the main characters, which is why I told you like Bullseye is really growing on it. Bullseye as a character is a very interesting character because now you're realizing that he was influenced by a mental condition or like some type of something was going on where she was able to mind control him. He didn't like it, or at least put him in a position where he felt like he had no other choice when it came to Foggy. They've been making that like for the last 2-3 episodes his whole thing. Like, I did not want to kill your friend. Like, this was not personal. Like, I did, like, yo, and this last episode, I'm glad they did it, but it also felt a little filler. But I'm glad they did it. And the reason being is because it was really starting to feel as though Daredevil is not a hero, but like an anti-hero. Because of the way that he's been moving with the aggression, the rage. I think I said that. I was like, they're doing such a good job, and Charlie Cox himself is doing such a great job of making you feel these ass whoopings he's putting on people. Like it's like when he the energy that he's kicking butt with, it's like oh. I mean, every time he hits you, it's all that energy. Like, hey, you hitting him that hard, huh, Charlie? Charlie been in the gym. Charlie was like I'm training with Terrence Crawford, and yeah. So I think that it was necessary for them to kind of reel him back in because he was getting lost in that revenge. That revenge was really kind of driving him for the most of the season. Has been him trying to get that get back, and the get back is not really the plot of a hero. Like a hero, that's the plot of a villain. And so I think they needed to reel him back in, and that's what he kind of showed in this episode. He was saying, I think he said, I'm not doing this for you. Like, I'm not saving you for you. I'm doing it for me because I need, like, I've been out here just wanting to kill you. I'm just out here just wanting to do all of it. That's not me. Like, I need to get back to me. This has changed me psychologically, mentally, physically, emotionally. And I need to get back to self. I need to get back to my ground roots, back to my moral standing, and become the hero that I was trying to be for Hell's Kitchen, not the people that I hunt. And I think that was important, but it also opens this window of opportunity for Bullseye to also make that change and make that decision. And man, I'm telling you, look, when I see this dude killing dudes with forks and spoons and spit wads and all of that, man, and the creativity in his kills, bro, he's such an interesting character, man. Like, so I want to see more of Bullseye. I would love to see a spinoff of Bullseye going back to how he became who he was and everything like that. I would love to see that. So yeah, man. These. So you would watch a Bullseye show? Hell yeah. Could you imagine watching this dude like kind of come up from little Tommy from upstairs in 3B? Who lives with his mom, who's a great little kid, and he's always been such a nice boy. Like, such a you always get back in the morning, Tommy. Yeah, that Tommy. I'd love to see Tommy, who grew up in Hell's Kitchen, who got his powers and didn't know what was going on, but he couldn't miss a shot. I'd love to see little Tommy go try out for the basketball team. And he hits every shot from 3, and they're like, well, Tommy doesn't miss, like Tommy's never shot a basketball a day in his life, but now Tommy's scoring 25 and 10 every night.
Ironically enough, I think that's kind of what the objective is, and I think that they've successfully done that. They've gotten us interested in a whole new slew of characters. I mean, I think that they haven't reached the potential that they will, but even for the young white tiger that's being developed, who's getting her powers together and all that, they're giving us the opportunity to invest emotionally in a whole new cast of characters that is in addition to the defenders that we knew from before. And so that's exciting to watch. And it's also exciting to see where they're going with the plot of Wilson Fisk as he goes through this interesting period of mourning, so to speak. It looks like they actually spoke about this episode.
Y'all keep talking about death. She is not. I don't think she's dead. I think she's comatose. She's been living in her head, like that's what they were showing you, those visions of the like she's stuck on this one memory, which is her best memory, which is the time that she met Wilson. Like that she asked him twice, "Hey, tell us about the first time. Tell me about the first time we met." And even when they were showing the visions, that was the vision of her first encounter with Wilson, which is her best memory. And I think that what happened is the same thing that kind of happened with Victor Freeze, where your wife is now in this comatose state, and you're just looking for a way to bring her out of it and bring her back, but she's not dead. Like she's just in a vegetative state. And I think that that's kind of what happened with Vanessa. Vanessa got a piece of glass shrapnel that was embedded in her temple, which some way probably pierced her brain. And so I think that what you saw her do was slip into this vegetative coma-like state, which is, in some cases worse than death, because you can see this person, but you can't interact with this person. And I think that in itself is the same tragedy that is going to befall Wilson Fisk, aka the Kingpin, is the fact that the one person who you loved the most, you no longer have that voice to calm you. You no longer have that person who you trust beyond anybody else. Because remember, there's only two people that he trusts: Vanessa and Buck. That's it. He don't trust nobody else. That's a short list of people that he trusts. And so now that Vanessa's gone and it's only Buck
she's
is gone. Well, she's gone in terms of, I think she's gone in terms of her mental capacity to have these conversations with him. But I think that she's present. Maybe he does pull the plug this next episode. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he lives like Victor Freeze, like there's a way to get her back. We just gotta get the best doctors and all of that kind of stuff. Like, what I'm saying? He's like, I think that's what's gonna wind up happening, but it doesn't stop the revenge, the anger, the like for even putting Vanessa in that position. And so Bullseye and now Daredevil, because as Daredevil stated, because Bullseye said he's coming after me. No, he's coming after both of us. I was there. So that's all that was enough for Kingpin in itself, was just my presence there. Now he's going to come for both of us. And I think that's, again, where you realize I bit off more than I can chew. And now I need to call in reinforcements, because I thought I could handle it. I thought me and Karen had it under control, but we clearly don't. And look, based off of Karen's reaction to him bringing Bullseye back there alive, let's not forget, Karen hates Bullseye just as much as Daredevil does, because you took away our best friend Foggy. So can I even trust to leave him around you while he recruits, or are you going to kill him too, Karen? Like, because I feel like Karen has that in her too. I think that when it comes to Foggy, and I'm glad they did the flashbacks to show you the relationship between him and Foggy. Foggy was his best friend, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you took out my best friend, bro. I got to get some type of get back, man. We might have to take a finger. We might have to take one of your throwing hands. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. I mean, like, what could be worse to a guy that doesn't miss than taking away the ability to hit?
Making them blind. I don't know. But so just real quick, I'll say this real quick, and then we're going to jump on a couple other quick. right, hold on. Let me. Yeah. When I saw what I wrote, I didn't realize what I wrote till I read it, and I was like, "Hold on, let me fix that." All right, so we're gonna jump on this, but I just wanted to say real quick before we leave off of Daredevil. So the last thing I want to say was I love this episode because I love the context that it brought in for us, and I love the fact that we did it wasn't filler; it was very contextual. I like the fact that they brought Foggy back and all of that. But the reason why we laughing. All right, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm just gonna go ahead and break the fourth wall right quick. So I'm trying to navigate the topics that we talk about, right? As we sit here and chat throughout all this episode, right? Trying to navigate what we talk about. And so we got like a little private chat, and in the private chat, sometimes like if we're interviewing somebody, I'll be like, okay, you next, and we'll kind of communicate. Okay, let's talk about this next. Okay, great. Oh, don't forget to bring this up. Hey, put up the QR code, stuff like that. So as we're sitting there, like, okay, let's talk Invincible. Okay, cool. All right, let's talk Daredevil. Okay, that's cool. And then
no, you doubled down. That's the worst part.
So I was like, yo, so we hadn't really had a chance to talk about the boys. We hadn't talked about the boys yet, right? So I was like, all right, y'all, we're gonna get off this subject and we're gonna touch on we're gonna touch the boys.
No, read what you wrote.
Yeah, read it verbatim.
I said, all right, I'll read what y'all. Yo, I say, wait. I say, all right, we'll touch boys for a quick sec, but then we got to get into from and upcoming shit before we wrap. And then I said, wait, hold up. I meant touch the boys. And then I was like, no, touch on the boys. And then Ed come in and talk about, I'm not touching boys. I didn't mean it like that. You know what I'm saying? I was just saying like the show, the boys, you know what? Because of that, we're not even going to talk about the boys. I don't even want to mention the boys no more. I forget that. Scrap that, man. The boy, there are no boys. Okay, ain't no boys no more. All right, the boys is gone. All right, we ain't gonna talk about it. I feel weird even bringing it up anymore. But nah, Grace had a good point about Daredevil. She said this is a good point. I hadn't thought about this. Was there? Because she did bring up that allergy. I mean, she want to talk pineapple. Did she have an allergy to pineapples? I don't remember her having an allergy.
She didn't say anything about an allergy. She said she doesn't. He said that you don't even drink pineapple juice. I guess you have heard the taste. You hate the taste. So that it was surprising that she asked for pineapple, but there was never an inclination or anything that he said about her being allergic to it. It was just that thing. I think it was what we think it is. Again, this was a shard that pierced her brain. The doctor told him that, hey, I'm going to do everything within my power to save her, but there's a shard of glass in her brain. So just I mean, he didn't say that, but it was kind of, he alluded to that. Like, look, this is not an easy surgery, just by any means. And if you've ever been around a surgeon or know what they when they go into these surgeries, they all tell you the same thing. I'm going to do my best. There's no guarantee coming out of this because this is surgery. So anytime you're dealing with that, it's always a chance that things could go left. And I think he said what that was, but I think the visions were an inclination that something wasn't right, that she was stuck in this one memory. The fact that she repeated the thing back, it was like, okay, now that in that moment when I saw her say it again, I was like, oh, I'll use a word that my son always uses. She's glitching. So I was like, that like this is a glitch in her matrix. Like now something has been severed. She's no longer able to tap into reality, thereby why she's stuck into this past vision concept. Which is why I do believe again that she's not dead. I think that she had a thing, where things go wrong and then the machine goes off and then they're able to get her stable, but she'll never be the same again. I think that's what we're that's the ultimate thing, is the Vanessa that you knew, the Vanessa that you fell in love with is gone. That for right now, she's gone. But you know, I don't think he'll let her die because it's him. Like he's probably gonna pick somebody up by their throat, throw him across the room, get her, get someone in here that can help her. You know what I mean? Like this, you know, there's gonna be something to that degree. But if she does die, you know what I'm saying, it doesn't change anything. Like I think he still goes on the rampage whether she dies.
Oh, it changes everything. It changes everything if she dies, because she is the sense. She's the brain. Like, remember she was talking to the governor and she was like, you know, you could have did all this yourself. Like, what do you, because remember it was her port, all right, that brought in it was her idea. It was her that ran everything when Kingpin was gone for a while. It was her operate. Like, she is the brains. He is the brawn, but he's been going along all this time. Because remember, there's been so many things she stopped them from doing. Like, nah, don't do that. What are you talking about? Like, yo, this is how we got to handle this. So without her there to kind of navigate through his madness, then I think we are going to see a completely different type of Kingpin, and I'm here for it. Now since we're not touching the boys this week, we'll touch the boys next week. We'll touch on the boys on another.
You'll be by yourself on that episode. I'm not touching on the boys.
So now you don't watch the boys? Do you not watch the boys every week?
I listen. I watch the show called The Boys. I don't watch boys. I don't touch
you watch
boys.
The Boys every single week. All right, don't sit there and act like now you too good to watch The Boys. All right, but we ain't gonna talk about The Boys no more. All right, there's enough of that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So let's just talk about what's going to happen next week. So we got a lot of exciting stuff on the works, and so let's just spend the last few minutes. The kid Ant is so embarrassed to be here. He's like, "Why did I come up today?" All right, well, Ant, since you do have a full docket next week, man, it feels like there's a whirlwind of stuff that's about to happen in this upcoming week here, bro.
With Cameron and Jay Uso.
No, what?
You didn't see the joint with the wrestler Cameron and Jay Uso?
Yeah.
I missed it. What happened?
Yo, that's. Oh, all right. Never mind. My fault.
Cameron. Hold on, Cameron.
Brought it up.
Hold on, Cameron. Cameron, yo,
what up, buzzing, bird, flip a dozen. Holla at your boy. You thought your cousin wasn't? God, damn.
Okay. The boy can't. I didn't. What is this all about? Enlighten me.
So, WrestleMania weekend is this weekend. Night 1 is tonight. It's now a 2-night event. And in promotion of WrestleMania, main event Jay Uso, the WWE wrestler, aka the cousin of The Rock, went on Cameron's podcast. Oh, and Cameron was sitting there in real time learning, like, wait a minute, WrestleMania is a 2-night event now? And he was like, yeah. It was like, all right, so Jay Uso, what night you wrestle on? He goes, night 1. He started looking at the producer. He goes, you bring me a night 1, motherfucker, when there's you didn't bring me a night 2. Like, yo, why are you bringing... Jay Uso's like, yo, Cam, I ain't got to be here. He's like, no, you ain't got to be here. I ain't talking to you. I'm talking about producer. And, yo, the whole shit is hilarious. Yeah, there you go. That's it right there. And then this joint pulls out. And, yeah, WrestleMania is tonight. That's Jay Uso, the Samoan, a.k.a. cousin of The Rock, and Roman Reigns, who's fighting for the title this weekend. Yeah, this whole thing went down and the whole internet started lighting up. I'm surprised it ain't come down your feed. You got to fix your algorithm, man. You got to get into this wrestling. You missing out. Yeah, Ty, I know you know about wrestling.
We know about wrestling, and I know this was definitely a publicity stunt. And
yes. It looks very wrestling-esque. Hold on, maybe we can even let's listen in on what it is here, man. I got a feeling it gets juicy. Hold up.
Yeah.
Well, listen, Mace. I don't have any more questions. Nick, I'm more mad at you because you keep bringing Saturday WrestleMania niggas here, and you don't bring us a Sunday WrestleMania. I'm talking to my producer, bro. You keep bringing Sunday. I mean Sunday WrestleMania. I don't smell what the Usos cooking. And if yo, how you doing, bro? Yo,
It's me. We done. He tripped.
This is so terrible. Oh my god.
Yo, so Ty, you think like I think, like this is completely staged. Like there was like, yo, at the end of the joint.
Oh my god. They
Yeah,
used to do this so much better. Like it's like when I grew up, like it looked more realistic, and like I mean, it's like you would think over the years that it would have gotten better in terms of just the presentation, but whatever, man. It did what it was supposed to do. It went viral. It went viral, and the urban community, us, were talking about it, which is what the WrestleMania people wanted, was to get us involved more in their production. So hey,
I'm not mad at it. Listen, even if it's fake, I'm not mad at it. Even if it ain't real, which I
it's
bet
marketing.
that it's more than likely is not.
Good marketing.
I like it. I still like it. It's a better way than just putting somebody on the show and talking about it. It's creative, even if it isn't real. It's still a good way to get the word out about your brand, which is about punching people and fighting people. And literally, like now, I just watched it. We just had our viewers that may not be into it watch it, and job well done, WrestleMania.
And it's not over.
Well,
it's not over, mind you. Now that that's happened, you almost can 100% expect Cam to come to the WWE for a get back match against Uso. And that is exactly what the setup is for. Like, Cam will be the next rapper / actor / whatever that pulls up to WrestleMania with his entourage. Talk about I'm gonna fight Uso right here on WrestleMania thing on the Sunday night because
I don't know what y'all
Sunday main event.
Cam, I can already see it now. Like, yo, I know y'all probably seen old boy came up on my set or whatever. Yeah, I mean, but I ain't with all that. You know, he gonna come into this. He gonna come into the. He gonna be like, yo, they ride with the boy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, he's gonna have all of his different songs from back in the day. Yeah, he's a Harlem. He came into Harlem. Yeah, I mean, yo, him and Mace gonna come in talking all slow. I'm here for it. I'm here for a WrestleMania hip hop cage match, man. I'm here for it. But anyway, so this week we are going to be live with Elgin, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes, Nathan D. Simmons. Yes, will be live with us on Monday at 6, talking all things from and what it's like to be a Cyclops. Like, did you get that role on Pirates of the Caribbean? Like, what is life now like?
Yeah.
With Mono.
I can't wait. Can't wait to see him on the next season of One Piece as a pirate. When that's gonna be dope, man. And also, we also have the one spoon of chocolate.
Coming
up. And
the
if I'm
other
not
thing,
mistaken,
I interviewed
some Spider-Man.
I interviewed the director for the Michael Jackson movie, Antoine Fuqua.
Hey, come on. And keep holding out on us, man. Antoine Fuqua getting in there. Good stuff. And so that is live on the movie blog right now, I should assume, right?
No, it ain't live. No, I ain't debut it yet. You know what? Let's just save it for the overtime.
Okay. Let's do that.
Hello.
Let's run it. Okay.
Hello.
Well, much things on the docket for those of y'all that do follow. Thank you so much for pulling up, especially on a morning like this, man. And dealing with sometimes some of the issues and some of the quirks and stuff. Thanks. Real quick shout out to Yaz, who popped up in the chat but wasn't able to make it, as well as Lady Mandalore and all the others. We will continue. Look out for us this upcoming Monday. It's going to be kind of crazy because I know we do the Darth Maul thing on Mondays. We'll have to rearrange it in a way that makes it work. But we'll definitely be back next week talking that shit. And who knows, maybe a chair will get thrown or somebody get dragged across the desk or something. Who knows? We'll see. But we will have to chat about the Invincible finale next week, as well as something that I think something comes out on Friday. I think it might be
Monarch already came out.
I think the Monarch
their finale was Thursday.
No, I think, no. There's another episode of Monarch coming.
Oh, it is. I thought it was.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I thought it was last.
Nah, I'm pretty sure because I checked this morning because I was gonna put it on the docket. But either way, hey, we only got a couple more seconds, so I'm going to go ahead and say this. Look, be your authentic self. If you ain't being yourself, you being fake. And in all things, if you a geek, go ahead and let that geek flag fly. Shout out to my boys and Ty for pulling up this morning, and for you for being here as well. Make sure y'all pull up next week and tune in to From as it premieres this upcoming Sunday.
New Blurred. Oh, hold on, can I do that again? Hey, check out New Blurred Order. They're a whole vibe. It's the newest thing on the. Sorry, let me try that again. I'm so sorry. Hey, shout out to New Blurred Order. They're a whole vibe. The funniest people, the friendliest people, and also the nerdiest people you ever see. And they're black. Check them out.